Okay, let's be honest. If you're a parent, a student, heck, if you're anyone trying to figure out what's next, there's this one huge question that's probably keeping you up at night, especially with AI just changing everything, practically overnight.
Yep, this is the big one. What should my kids study to be successful? Or, for that matter, what should I be learning? In a world that's moving this fast, what skills are actually going to matter in 5, 10 years? It feels impossible to know.
For the last 15, 20 years, the answer was, well, it was easy. It was unanimous. You heard it everywhere from school counselors to tech billionaires. Everyone should learn to program, right? Learn C++, learn Python. That was supposed to be the golden ticket.
Well, I'm here to tell you that advice is now officially obsolete. And it's not just me saying it. The people literally building our AI future are saying it's not just wrong. It's actually bad advice. The game is completely changed.
In fact, it's almost the exact opposite of what we've all been told. Think about it. The whole point of this new AI revolution is to close the technology divide, to make it so that you don't have to be a programmer. The new programming language is just English. It's just human language.
So, how did we get here? How did things flip so dramatically? To really get it, we need to take a step back. Because what we're living through isn't just a new app or a new gadget. This is a full-blown new industrial revolution. We're not making electricity anymore. We're making intelligence.
So let's compare. In the last industrial revolution, what did we do? We took raw materials like water and coal, right? And we built these huge factories to create a product, electricity. Well, today, our giant data centers, those are the new factories. The raw materials, data, and electricity. But the product? Wow, the product is intelligence. We are literally manufacturing tokens of intelligence.
Okay, so if learning to code isn't the magic key anymore, then what is? What replaces it? The answer is something surprisingly, well, human. It's all about becoming an expert, having deep, deep knowledge in one specific area.
Yeah, we're talking about the domain expert. This is the new hero in the age of AI. It's not the person who knows how to do something, it's the person who knows what to do and why. It's the biologist who can tell an AI, hey, simulate this specific protein because it might cure this disease. They don't need to write the code. They need to have the insight.
And you see this value shift happening everywhere. I mean, look at this. It's not about being an IT consultant for a farm anymore. It's the farmer themselves who can just ask an AI about their crops, or a lawyer. They're not writing code. They're acting like a conductor, orchestrating a whole team of legal AIs. The power is moved from the person who builds the tool to the expert who knows how to use it.
But this brings us to a pretty stark reality. AI raises the stakes, big time. It's a massive amplifier. So if you're excellent at what you do, AI is going to make you seem like a superhero. But if you're just mediocre, AI will probably replace you. It can do average work faster and cheaper. So being truly excellent has never, ever been more important.
So you might be wondering, how did we get to this point? I mean, this didn't just happen overnight. This whole revolution was actually built on a really painful, decade-long bet made by one company that went against, well, pretty much everyone. And their story holds a huge lesson for all of us.
All right, a quick history lesson. For like 60 years, we had it good with something called Moore's Law. Computers just kept getting faster and cheaper, like clockwork. But then, it stopped. We literally hit the laws of physics. The contract was broken. And while everyone else was stuck, NVIDIA made this crazy bet. They said the future wasn't the standard CPU, but a new thing, the GPU. And when they launched their software platform, CUDA, back in 2006, man, Wall Street hated it. They got made fun of for years, but they stuck to their guns.
And that story, it just perfectly highlights what might be the single most important skill you can teach your kids or yourself right now. It's resilience. Seriously, character isn't built when things are easy. It's forged in pain, in adversity. That ability to stick with something, to believe in your vision when the whole world is telling you you're crazy, that's what it's all about.
Okay, so with all that context, let's talk about the new rules of work. What does it actually take to build a career now? It really comes down to a huge shift in focus, from the mechanics of a job to the mindset you bring to it.
Get ready for this number because it's pretty wild. The half-life of a technical skill today is just 2 to 3 years. That means half of what you know is worthless in that time. Think about it. What you learn as a college freshman is probably already obsolete by graduation. You simply cannot build a 40-year career on something that disappears that fast.
So what does that mean? It means the whole idea of a company has to change. We have to move from being a knowing organization to a learning organization. The old way was about having all the answers memorized. The new way is about knowing how to ask the right questions. It's not about encyclopedic knowledge, it's about reasoning from the ground up and being able to adapt when, inevitably, things change.
And this is where it gets kind of paradoxical and really interesting. The more technical the machines get, the more valuable the human skills become. Things like clear communication, writing and speaking are suddenly critical. An AI can't execute on a fuzzy idea. Ethical judgment, collaboration, curiosity, and this is a big one, taste, curation. In a world where AI can generate a million options, knowing which one is actually good, that's a superpower.
So this all leads to your main task, your new mission, really, and that is to build the future. What I mean is, you have to stop focusing on learning a specific tool that's just going to be obsolete in a few years, and instead focus on solving a problem, a real lasting problem. You know, for decades we've talked about the digital divide, and it always meant who had access to a computer and who didn't. Well, that's over. That's not the real divide anymore. The new digital divide is all about application.
Exactly. The divide is now between people who know how to use AI to amplify their work and those who don't. It's that simple. And let's be clear, ignoring it isn't really an option. It's actively choosing to fall behind.
So what's your new mandate? Here it is in 4 steps. 1. Fall in love with a problem, not a tool. Pick something that matters to you. 2. Go deep. Develop real, profound domain expertise in that area. 3. Cultivate resilience. Remember the NVIDIA story. You gotta have grit. And 4. Use AI as your co-pilot. Use it to help you build things that were once completely impossible.
Look, we are at a moment in history where supercomputing has been democratized. The kind of power that used to belong only to governments is now in your hands. It's available to anyone with a great idea and the courage to chase it. So the question we should be asking our kids and ourselves is no longer, what job should I get? The real question is, what problem will you solve? Because the tools are here. The future is waiting for you to build it.